Today's financial advice is sponsored by Endeavor Private Wealth. Well, Chris McGee, managing partner at Endeavor Private Wealth, is joining us for our weekly segment on investing. Chris, good morning.
Good morning.
So, Chris, you're so lucky. I understand that you just returned from some well-deserved R&R in the mountains of Colorado. However, knowing you, I'm sure your passion for financial planning and wealth management was never out of sight or out of mind. Am I right about that?
It was a very nice trip, and we really enjoyed this special time with our family together. But on the drive back, I did start thinking about today's program, and kind of two different themes came to mind. One inspired by the magnificence of the high mountain peaks, and the other by the spectacular feat of skiing down a mountain that only a short time ago seemed unimaginable.
Yeah, you certainly piqued my curiosity and interest, and I'm sure hopefully our viewers too. So please tell us what this is all about then.
Well, let's start with the mountain climbing on those high mountain peaks. So the tallest peak in Colorado is Mount Albert at an elevation of 14,439 feet. But the tallest peak in the world is Mount Everest at 29,031 feet. Now, every year, the best mountain climbers in the world set their sights on scaling the summit of Everest. And that reminds me of a lesson we can learn as investors from an expedition back in 1996. That was the subject of a fascinating book by John Krakauer titled Into Thin Air.
All right, so yeah, please tell us what happened. How does all this connecting?
Yeah, two of the world's most experienced guides, Scott Fisher and Rob Hall, led a highly experienced group of climbers from Base Camp 4 at 17,000 feet in an early evening for an 18-hour trek to the summit of Everest. And it was imperative that they arrive at the summit no later than 1 to 2 p.m. the next day. Fisher and Hall had a spectacular record of guiding 39 prior expeditions to the summit, following a carefully designed procedures and protocols to ensure the safety of the climbers. But something unexpectedly occurred on the trip that they had never encountered before.
Really? All right, so what happened?
The weather conditions suddenly turned brutally bad, and the climbers began to question the soundness of proceeding, only to be admonished, though. The climbers were told by Fisher and Hall, "We've got this mountain wired. It's like a yellow brick road to the top." And that they've done this with people even more pathetic than them.
Well, I sense you're going to tell us that they did not turn back.
Unfortunately, that's right. They proceeded and indeed reached the summit at 4 p.m.
But you said they had to reach summit no later than 2 p.m. I think I'm guessing what happened here.
Procedures and protocols, guidelines and systems on the mountain or in financial planning are designed to facilitate a safe passage to our destination. But Fisher and Hall violated one of the most critical safeguards, the turnaround time rule. I mean, what good is getting to the summit if you can't get back off of it and down safely? And they suffered from recency bias and a hot hand effect and a major case of overconfidence. Not only was their last expedition to the summit successful, but so were their prior 38. I mean, these guys were hot. They were on a roll. And you think they were going to let a little bad weather stop them? I mean, they refused to listen and to rethink their position by some of the climbers when they were questioned. And while others in the group had paid as much as $65,000 and devoted hundreds of hours of the most strenuous and demanding training beforehand, well, they weren't about to quit with the summit so near.
And that's where we get the term summit fever.
Yes, and there's a lesson from that as well in sunk costs, where people put so much into an endeavor or some investment, and when it goes bad, they don't cut their losses and move on. They keep going, throwing good money after bad.
Well, Chris, we're running out of time, so I'm going to ask you if you'll share the other story about skiing with us in the next program. However, before we go, any last thoughts you'd like to leave with us?
Well, good leaders, whether on a climbing expedition or assisting investors with their wealth management objectives, need not only skill, knowledge, and experience, they also need to exercise sound judgment and not let their emotions get the better of them.
Well said, Chris. Well, thank you so much, and we always appreciate your time. And of course, to learn more about Endeavor Private Wealth, visit endeavorpw.com.